Hello again, and welcome to What the Papers Say, our weekly roundup of news that might have an impact on BIFA members' business operations. To start this week, we begin in France, where a major regulatory change has now come into force. As of April the 20th, the entry-exit system, known as ELO, the Obligatory Logistics Envelope, has been mandatory. Trucks travelling between the UK and France via ferry or tunnel must have a valid ELO declaration, whether loaded or empty. The new system requires more detailed safety and security declarations for goods entering or exiting France. And industry groups have warned that while the system is designed to improve border security and data accuracy, it could also introduce additional administrative burdens. And those are particularly relevant to small and medium-sized enterprises still adapting to post-Brexit trade requirements. Businesses are being urged to ensure compliance to avoid delays and potential penalties, and there's plenty of information on the BIFA website about this. Meanwhile, elsewhere, demand for zero-emission heavy goods vehicles appears to be slowing, according to recent insights from the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. Interest in electric and alternative fuel HGVs is not growing as quickly as expected. They put it down to high upfront costs, limited charging infrastructure, and operational uncertainties as being the key barriers. The findings raise concerns about whether current industry momentum is sufficient to meet the UK's long-term decarbonisation targets. Looking ahead, automation continues to reshape the logistics landscape. Research from Gartner suggests that by 2030, up to half of all new warehouses could be designed to operate with minimal or no human involvement. Advancements in robotics, artificial intelligence, and wireless connectivity are driving this shift, says Gartner. But experts do note that while human optional facilities may improve efficiency, they also present challenges in workforce transition and system reliance. Meanwhile, security is also becoming a growing concern across global supply chains. New reports indicate a significant rise in cargo theft, with well-organised crime groups increasingly targeting logistics network. High-value goods, including electronics and consumer products, are particularly at risk, say the reports, and industry analysts warn that the growing sophistication of criminal operations is forcing companies to invest more heavily in tracking technologies, secure parking, and risk management strategies. Turning to container shipping, freight rates continue to face downward pressure. The latest Drewry Composite World Container Index shows another weekly decline, reflecting weak demand across major trade lanes. Analysts point to excess capacity and soft consumer demand as key drivers behind the ongoing drop in rates, and despite carriers trying to shore up those rates via surcharges and blank sailings. While this may offer short-term cost relief for shippers and freight forwarders, it also signals broader uncertainty in global trade volumes. At the same time, rising fuel surcharges are creating tensions within the logistics sector. European freight forwarders have been calling for greater transparency, arguing that inconsistent surcharging structures make it difficult for customers to understand and manage costs. The issue is becoming increasingly important as fuel price volatility continues to impact transport pricing across the supply chains. And finally, for this week, the Multimodal Freight and Logistics Exhibition has unveiled a purpose-built event app for this year's show, which runs from the 30th of June to the 2nd of July at the NEC in Birmingham. And of course, BIFA's Forwarder Village will take centre stage at that event. It's a fully web-based app that requires no download from an app store, so attendees can access it instantly via a QR code or a link. Exhibitors will be invited to complete their profiles initially, with visitors to follow shortly afterwards. It gives attendees access to the latest exhibitor list, conference sessions, and speaker lineup, all updated live so the information is never out of date. And if you haven't registered for Multimodal yet, I suggest you go to its website and get on board. A link to that website and links to all of the items I've discussed today are in the description below. And that's all from today's episode of BIFA TV, your daily dose of industry information. And hopefully I'll see you back with another episode of What the Papers Say next week.